G'day swingers and welcome to Macca'S Old School. This is episode 21. We're rolling along now. I have a very special guest this morning, another good old Aussie crime story from the old school. This gentleman's come along this morning and to give us his time, and we're most grateful. Mr. Brad Nicolaides, welcome sir, good morning. Welcome. Thanks very much for coming, mate. We really appreciate it. Brad spent a lot of his life in WA, in Perth. He spent quite a few years incarcerated over there in Perth, and he has some great stories to tell. Mate, what I'd like to kick off with, and we get straight into it, and I do it with most people, is what's your story, mate? How did you get into crime? What was your lead up to that? First time you got pinched, and in your own words, and tell us your story, how many years you had in jail or whatever. In your own words, mate, take it off, Brad. Thanks very much.
Macca. Thanks for having me on your show, mate.
Pleasure, mate. Thanks for coming.
Pleasure. Well, I had a pretty normal type of childhood and wasn't in too much trouble, didn't go to any boys' homes or anything, but around the age of 16, I met some blokes in Perth that were a lot older than me and were in the I didn't sort of really know at the time. I sort of suspected that they were on the colourful side of life type of thing.
Yep.
They were like Perth's organised crime circle type of thing.
Yeah, right.
And I used to play cards with them because I'd become friends with one of the blokes, and over the next couple of years, I didn't live far from him in Perth, though, from Balcatta and that, and I was the next suburb over in Courtroom, and play cards with him and that, and I got into debt. One day.
Right. Yeah.
And from hanging around these blokes and that, I'd sort of learned a bit because I used to keep my ears open and not saying much, and I'd sort of picked up that your word's your bond type of thing.
Yep.
And they offered to borrow me money, and I'd seen it happen before. They'd borrowed other people money and that, and it was all done on a nod, you know. If you said you could pay on a certain day, they asked you when you could pay, and you paid on that day.
Yeah.
And so they borrowed me a couple of grand, and then I said I needed a week. They said, how long do you need? A week? I said, yep. So, and they didn't even charge you interest.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like a loan shark type of thing. It was, you know what I mean?
So you're thinking at the time beauty.
Yeah. But then, mate, I lost that, and I couldn't pay. I'm thinking, how am I going to pay? And I just turned 18. I only just turned up 18. And I'd always had this sort of fascination with bloody robbing banks.
Yep.
And used to like watching all the old cowboy movies where they'd run in and rob the banks and that,
you
know. And
they made it look glamorous, didn't they? I think.
Yeah. So I've picked out a bank, and I've robbed it. And on the day that I said I was going to pay the money, I paid them all the money, but with all the $5 notes and all the small denominations and that, and it sort of moved on from there, and then that one was easy, so I robbed another one, and then I thought, I better get out of town, and they might be looking for me. So I come over here to Sydney, flew over, and ended up in the Cross, and that was like a a kid in a candy store.
Yeah,
I was only 18, and I was like a kid in a candy store because it was the old Cross, you know.
It's fantastic, wasn't it?
I was into gambling and that, and they had the Empress Club. You go upstairs, you could play blackjack there, and there's another one across the road. You could go downstairs, and then there was one in Barclay Road, or is it Barclay Road around the corner?
Yeah.
There was a sort of more upmarket one there, and then I was cashed up, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And it didn't take me long to lose it.
Yeah.
And then I ended up making friends with a bloke there, and he worked at one of the strip clubs.
Yep.
And so I started working there, and the bloke's name that owned it was a Greek bloke, because I'm half Greek. So he took a bit of a shine to me, and his name was Costas. I can't remember the actual name of the club, whether it was a Love Machine or something else, I don't know, but I used to stand at the front and say, come in, come in.
A spruiker.
Yeah,
You're a spruiker, yeah.
Come in and see the girls.
I remember the spruikers up the cross. There was plenty of them, yeah.
Geez, mate, the girls back in them days, a lot different than it is now. It's all shine and sparkly now.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it was a lot more, you know, your feet sticking to the carpet and...
Yeah, oh yeah.
The girls were calling some bloke up on stage and... having
yeah.
a go with him on stage.
That went on a lot. Yeah, bloody oath. Yeah.
And then one day I'm there and these two coppers walk past and they've stopped and they started talking to one of the other doormen there, and then they've looked at me and they said, "What's your name, mate?" And I said, "Tony Mayo." And because I had a driver's license with actual Tony Mayo on it, you know.
Oh, man, yeah.
And yeah, so they said, "Oh well, listen, we've got a policy here at the cross. Anyone that starts working here, you've got to register with the police station. So we just have to walk you up to the police station. It'll only take 5 minutes. Just fill a book out, and you'll be straight back to work."
Okay.
And I was like,
this is sounding
I
a
was
bit.
thinking, yeah. And I said, "Oh, just let me boss know where I've got to go." And so they let me do that, but they wouldn't let me out of sight type of thing. And
Yeah,
I was
right.
picking up on the vibe that something wasn't quite right, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've walked with them to the police station, and then they put me in a room, and then the detectives have walked in.
Right.
Tony Mayo, eh?
Yeah.
How about Brad Nicolaides? You're from Western Australia. You robbed 2 banks,
Yeah.
and we're the, you know what I mean?
We're here to pinch you.
Yeah. And I said, no, Tony Mayo.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they started taking me fingerprints, mate, I knew the gig was up type of thing. And so from there, they took me to Waverley.
Yeah, right.
Waverley Police Station. From
courthouse.
the courthouse there. And then from there to Long Bay. I was there for about a month and a half. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. It was just when they had all those Milpera blokes there. The heroes.
Yeah. From the massacre.
This was in 85, about November 85.
Yep.
And I think that had happened the year before. So they were all in jail.
Yeah.
All the people, and they had them separate.
Bikies and yeah.
And bloody, they had a big gym there with weights, and they even had bloody Space Invader machine.
Oh, jeez.
And I couldn't believe it. This is in the remand bit.
So you thought this is not
Everybody gets a packet of tobacco for free as soon as you come there.
Shit.
And you could take it on the escorts with you.
Oh shit. Yeah.
When you go to court. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the day before I'm going to court, they take you down, they give you your court clothes. You take them back to the cell with you.
Yeah. A tie and a shirt. And,
But this was the first jail I'd ever been to, so I was thinking this was just normal.
It's not too bad. Yeah.
And then I hit Fremantle.
Yeah, right.
Fremantle prison. And mate, that was, you know what I mean?
That's an old jail too, was it? 1800s or something that was built, I think.
No running water in the
Used to be
cell.
bloody freezing too.
No toilets, freezing in the winter.
So
your
dunny was
summer.
basically a bucket.
Yeah, the bucket.
Right? Yeah.
Everyone used to have to empty it into an open sewer in the yard.
Yeah, jeez.
And you had people that it was their job to clean them buckets out and put disinfectant in them, and you have to come and pick them up because they were metal buckets.
It's pretty inhumane, really. I mean,
mate, I've seen a few blokes get hit over there with them.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean? Because they were like tin. They were tin.
Yeah.
And the place used to stink in the mornings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had a big trough up the back where everyone could have a wash, and then there's an open sewer running down there where where everyone's
It's
fucking
shocking.
waste goes.
I know
down.
Fremantle because I spent a bit of time in Perth.
Yeah.
Freo.
I sent you a photo of just before it closed down, me and my mate standing up against the wall.
I got that.
Yeah.
I'm going to whack that in at the start and end. I've got a few pictures to put in there. Yeah.
So that was a bloody years over the
in
years,
total prison time.
Total. So I ended up going to jail for that. And
how long were you at Fremantle, Brad?
All up, I was there twice.
Yep.
No, 3 times.
That's a rough,
Three
rough,
times.
nasty, cold old place.
85, then again in 87, I got shanghaied. And there was a place, when you get shanghaied back,
yep.
You go back to start from square one.
Yep.
That was square one.
Yep.
Fremantle prison. So back there again, and then they had the riot. Sorry, 88, and then they transferred me out of there the day before the riot. I knew someone. I was just so happy, so glad I wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, mate.
I was going to say, tell us a bit about the riot, mate. What?
Oh, mate,
it's full on. Yeah.
Well, the screws were there was no accountability back in those days. So pre-political correctness
it
was
bullshit.
just arbitrary justice.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they used to pull blokes out after lock up, give them a serve, and they even killed a bloke called Walker. If anybody wants to Google it. It was about a year before I got there. Ray and Peter Mickelberg actually went to the coroner's inquest of this poor bloke. They pulled him out after a fucking lock-up and just strangled him to death with a baton.
Jeez, round the back, yeah.
And the cells were all along the outside and everyone could see it, or the blokes on that side could see it. That's why Ray and Peter went to because back in them days, it was a different era. And to actually go and stand up and give evidence against a screw, you were considered a dog as well.
Yep.
You know, back in them days.
You were asking for it,
you know what
sort of thing, yeah.
So it took a bit of fucking gumption for them two to stand up and agree to testify.
Yeah.
But nothing happened. Yeah. Nothing happened, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That bloke went on, you know, the bloke that instigated, the chief officer, Scottish bloke. And, But anyway, I'll cut forward to, I never learned my lesson and I robbed heaps of other banks and ended up getting another sentence and then what happened was I started doing a psych degree in about 97, and then I was doing 10 years with Parole for I think 5 bank robberies, and during that sentence, you know, things happen, you get shifted around, and me and a few of my mates were at a regional jail and we got shanghaied back to the maximum jails in the Perth metro area, and they put us all at different jails because they accused us of being in some conspiracy and they wanted to split us all up. And then what's happened is when you go to a different jail, everyone else is already there, established. So if you've got any enemies, they got the upper hand on you.
Absolutely.
Because they're already there, established.
Yep. And they don't know, they get word you're coming.
Exactly.
You just turn up.
They know you're coming because they're hooked in and you don't know who's there. But because I've done so much jail, I had a lot of friends everywhere. And straight away, as soon as I hit the line, people come up to me and going, oh, this bloke's talking this about you. Know, someone give me a shank, you know. And I thought, well, first in, best dressed, isn't it? You know?
Strike
he
first.
Doesn't know that I know.
You
know what I mean? I've just got here. It was virtually within 10 minutes of me coming out of reception. I knew everything, you know what I mean? I knew everything about what this bloke had been saying, you know. So, anyway, it was getting towards lock-up. I couldn't fucking deal with it then and there. So I said to my mates, I said, come out first thing in the morning. I'll try and get him when everyone's going to work and that type of thing, you know. So I had my little bunch of mates here. We come out and I'm sitting there waiting. He's come out of the block. And I've seen that he's seen me, and he's come walking around, and I've come walking around the other way, because it was like a quadrangle, type of thing. And I've come in and I've met up with him, and I said, "Oh, yeah, mate, I heard you've been fucking this and that." I said, "Do you want to go sort it out?" And he goes, "Yeah, well, we can go to the gym now." I've just pulled the shank out and just gone boom, 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 and then he's hit the deck and I just boot him, and then end up getting locked up for that. You know.
But you've come in a new place, the guy's gobbed, and you've sort of, in a way, laid down and said, "I'm not to be fucked with as well." Mate, I just want to do my shit. And
as soon as I hear anything like that, you've got to get in first. You know what I mean?
So everyone's gone, okay. Yeah.
So, but then I've gone back inside the unit, and within 10 minutes, mate, I've had 30 screws just converge on me and fucking mob me.
Yeah.
Because he's had to go to hospital. Yeah. And obviously he's said my name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or other people have said my name and that, you know.
Yeah.
But he didn't go on with it. He didn't want to write a statement because he was from the same sort of circles as me, type of thing, and he knew the consequences of that, doing a statement.
Just leave it where it is.
So, but then the prison's got the problem of, you know what I mean? They can't put me back out there because they think I've just stabbed this bloke. Yeah. So they want to teach me a lesson. They can't charge me. They're coming in, walking into me saying, "We know what you've done. You're going to get," you know what I mean? He's in a bad, tried to bluff me, trying to say he's in a bad way and, you know, this and that.
He's critical. And,
yeah. And then I just stuck to my guns, and then I'm still down the back, and then one day I hear, look, there's a ghost out in the thing, all these chains coming down the corridor, and sure enough, they opened me thing up, they chained me up and put me on an escort to Roebourne prison.
Oh shit!
Roebourne prison. Now that's, I don't know if you know about West Australia. Yeah. That's up near Broome.
Oh shit!
From Perth. And
that's pretty fucking hot up there, isn't it?
Mate, hot.
Be like an oven.
Hot.
Every day.
45 degrees every day.
That's insane.
Every day. I ended up loving it.
Did you?
I ended up loving it. You
got acclimatised.
Yeah, but I ended up loving it. It was like the best jail I've ever been to in my life. It was a mixed jail. They sent me up there as a punishment. They were using that as a dumping ground.
Yep.
And because no one in their right mind would choose to go to that jail.
Yeah, right.
It was mainly for full-blood Aboriginals that mainly live up that way.
Yep.
But they're beautiful people.
Yeah.
I ended up meeting them, mate. They're the best. They're the beautiful people.
Yeah.
And they got a mixed jail there. And when I first went there on a Shanghai, I was maximum. So they put me in this little maxi yard.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not a maximum prison. It's a medium prison, but they got a maximum yard there where they deal with all the Perth troublemakers. Yeah. Right? Now, because I've done so much jail over the years, you get to know all the people that are working in admin and, you know what I mean, the screws around. And one of the blokes that was working in the admin there as the assistant superintendent, I knew him from Perth. Mm-hmm. And I used to play a bit of footy back in the day, AFL football. And,
you're a big bloke.
And they had a football side up there that used to go out and was in the competition in town.
So they play against like local clubs.
There was the town. It was near Karratha. Karratha, and it's not Wyndham. Point Sampson's up there, and anyway.
Jesus, a local side would be a bit nervous playing against the boys. You boys.
But to get to play the footy, you got to be minimum security.
Yep.
So by this time I'd been there about 4 or 5 months, and I'd just been kicking back in the maxi yard there, and I couldn't walk out with everybody else type of thing. They'd bring my meals to me. Everyone else would go to a dining room to eat type of thing, and all the ones that were there would have to stay there. And then this bloke asked me about the footy team. If he made me minimum, would I play on the footy team for him? And I said, yeah. It turns out if you minimum, they take you to the beach on the weekend as well.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
This place is the best kept secret
in Australia.
In Australia. And they got girls there, and most of them were full-blood Aboriginal girls.
Yeah, right.
But they're using it as a dumping ground, I was telling
Yeah.
you, for Perth troublemakers. So they were sending some girls from Perth up there as well.
Oh, lovely.
So I ended up with a girlfriend there as well. I ended up with a girlfriend. And then they give me a job in town at the old jail
Jesus.
that turned into the Roebourne Tourist Bureau.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And the lady there, Pat, she loved me.
yeah.
She loved me. They used to drop me, they used to have outside workers.
Yeah.
And the bus would take you every day, and they had people that worked at the police station, cut all the grass there.
Yeah,
and
right.
people that worked at the hospital as gardeners there.
Yeah, groundsman and
And
that,
then
yeah.
someone that worked at the tourist bureau, and it was me. And oh, she loved me. And then her friend ended up owning a big boat, a big party boat. It
Yeah,
turned
right.
into a big. It was a tourist boat at first, and they used to moor it at this old port up there called Cossack.
Right.
And it was about a 20-metre boat,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And maybe 25 even. And they take
Pretty
tourists
big
out.
boat, yeah.
They take tourists out around the Dampier archipelago, and beautiful. And it was going bad, and then there's a long story to it, but to cut it short, the lady that owned it, Pat, teed it up that if I got out and stayed up there, she'd give me that boat to run.
Oh,
And I
shit.
thought, mate, we could turn that into a party boat
Yeah.
for
yeah.
functions and all that type of thing, because it's very tidal up there.
Make a few bucks.
Yeah. So, and as it turns out, I knew a bloke up there that owned a nightclub in Karratha, and he was having a few dramas with a bikie club, and they were trying to get
Muscle
some
in.
of his club type of thing. And I knew these boys.
Yep.
I was pretty close with them, and I went and seen one of them, and said, "Listen, mate, by this time I'd done at least 20 or something." I said, "Mate, I wouldn't want to get an earn here,
Yeah.
and if you could do me a favour,
Yep.
and drop off, it'll make it look like I've come to the rescue type of thing," and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what happened, and I ended up with a piece of that. And I had the
Nice.
boat, and there was a restaurant there, so I was getting all the catering done for the boat. Oh, mate, I was thinking, I'm never going back to jail again.
Yeah.
Everything's legit. Everything's legit.
going good. Yeah.
But, mate,
How long did that last, Brad? How long?
very short time.
Yeah.
About 4 months.
Yeah, right.
They couldn't have me up there.
Yeah.
The parole officer, turns out, was fucking one of the detectives. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they were in cahoots trying to get me locked up, and they didn't want me. The parole thing, when I've gone to see it, she go, "I'm not happy about this nightclub situation," and blah, you know what I mean?
What aren't you happy about? I'm having a go.
Exactly,
You know,
that's what I said.
that's the part
Cut
of
a
the
long
shit
story
show.
short, Macca, is they called me in to do the intimidation talk, but I got in with a voice activated tape recorder.
Yeah, good on you.
And ended up taping them all.
Yep.
So I had them all on tape, and then they threatened me. They said, "Listen,
Harassing. Yeah.
listen, we know you want to get out of town. We know your mates are. We don't want you here." I said, "But what have I done?" Because I knew I was taping them, so I was trying to goad them into saying things, you know.
Yep.
And they actually said, "If you don't get out, we'll bloody load you up." They actually said it
Yep.
on the tape. Anyway, about a week later, I was pulling up at the nightclub, and boom, true to their word, because I hadn't left, and they
They've pounced.
loaded me up on these drug charges with no drugs,
Yeah.
and assault charges with no assault.
Jesus.
Because I'm on parole, straight into custody.
Yep.
So I got out in October 2001. By February, I'm back in. I just did 5.5, and then by 4 months,
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm never going back to jail again.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
doing it all above board, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was screaming blue murder, saying they've set me up. Lucky I had the tape.
Yeah.
I kept that safe, got it transcribed.
Yep.
By the time they knocked me back in some of those newspaper clippings I sent you, there's actually an article of one of my bail applications on those matters.
Yep.
Where the judge goes, "Oh, you put up such a good case, but I reluctantly can't give you bail."
Reluctantly.
Yeah. Reluctantly, you know what I mean? And so then we took it to got a QC, took it to the Supreme Court, got the tapes transcribed.
Yep.
And even the judge goes, "Oh, for the thing of where they said they were, you know what I mean, going to be trouble, it's going to have his name, the police were only joking."
Oh, right, yeah.
But he gave me bail.
Yeah.
He gave me bail. He gave me 20 grand bail with a million conditions, curfew, boom, boom, and had to leave Carafa area. I wasn't allowed to be there. So I've come up to Perth. And then I'm on bail. And I'm saying, and then slowly, exactly what I said was going to happen happened.
Yep.
Slowly, these charges got dropped, the ones that they had me in for.
Yeah.
Except for one assault charge. They still have me on bail for that. Now, something's happened, and this bloke ends up owing me money, and this Bayswater Hotel ends up being a target.
Right.
And I thought it was an inside job from what I'd been told from the bloke that approached me. He knew the actual owners.
Right.
But he was talking all bullshit.
Yeah.
And this bloke used to be around the periphery of my sort of mates, so that's why he had credibility with me.
Yep.
But I'd been inside for a long time, and I hadn't known what had transpired with him, and they,
shit.
you know what I mean? They didn't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turned out to be a shit talker.
Yeah, right.
And he was telling me that they owed him money, they owed him 40 grand, and there was 400 grand there after the grand final weekend in September, in the first weekend in October, if you do it's a long weekend, and blah, blah, blah. And so the bloke that owes me money, he goes, "I'll do that, I'll do it." So I said, "Oh," and so that gets done, and something happens in there where shot gets fired because the co-offender was directed to do something.
Yep.
And didn't do it.
Right. Yeah.
I'd given him a baseball bat, and I told him, like, everything I'm talking is all public record.
Yeah,
I've been
absolutely.
convicted of this and been through 3 trials on it. And so I gave him a baseball bat, and I had a Glock pistol.
Yeah.
And I said, "Listen, I don't want to have to fire this. That's why I've given you a baseball bat.
Yeah.
So if anyone plays up, you straight away whack them around the legs or the elbow, hit them on the bone, funny bone,
taste
or something
of
like that.
messing around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've got to take control of the situation. Because I don't want to have to fire it, because it makes the offence worse. The coppers come after you more strenuously, and
be a last resort.
You could kill someone.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the last thing.
Yeah, bloody oath.
You want. So we've burst into this joint all bellied up and that, and where's the manager? Where's the manager? And they were still doing a pool competition and a darts competition.
Oh shit!
They were shutting late. It was supposed to be right on the death knock 9:30, but they were still finishing up.
Yeah.
And where's the manager? Where's the manager? And they were all frozen. And then I could see from the side in the periphery vision, the blokes that were playing pool. One of them's sleeved a pool cue, and another one's picked up a ball. And then
you're thinking, "Oh shit!" Right.
The bloke is sitting at the bar, has picked up the bar stool and come walking towards me and is going, "Get out of here!" And I've gone to my co-offender. I said, "Whack him, whack him!"
Yeah.
And he's just gone froze like a deer in the headlights.
No.
So I pointed the gun at this bloke. I said, "Mate, take another step, and you'll get one in your leg,
your kneecap."
And he's took another step, so I've put one at his feet, and he pointed the manager out straight away then, and then you heard everything getting dropped. Bang, the pool cue got dropped, the pool ball.
Yeah.
So the shots gone off, they knew you fair dinkum. So grabbed the manager, took him in, opened the safe, got the car fender to clear the safe out, and then we took a car from there and we gone. Anyway, in the meantime, there's been a shooting outside a nightclub.
Right.
In the nightclub district in Perth. It's called Northbridge. And there was a shooting outside the night. A bloke got shot in the hand.
Right.
This was in 202. Well, they thought I did it.
Yeah.
And this Sheila had told them that I did it.
Yeah.
She said that she was there and I did it because there was a big argument and
What a mole.
I was sticking up for her.
It's amazing how many stories conflict in people, and I've spoken to John in the past and someone, and I tackled him, someone become a hero, and the amount of bullshit that sort of comes out. But you're in the area, so that's convenient for the cops as well, and with this Sheila as well, that's convenient,
And they actually had statements because what's happened is whoever did it, while he was in the middle, the shot's just gone off and he shot this bloke in the hand. There was a group of young blokes there.
Yeah.
And there was 3 coppers walking up this laneway. So they've seen it all. And I've ended up with all their statements because they charged me with it. Jeez. So I ended up with all the statements.
Yeah.
What they think, you know what I mean? And what these coppers seen that night. And they were walking up. And they could see the gunman's silhouette, but there were street lights behind him, so they couldn't see any of his features or anything. And one of the coppers goes, "Look out, Coley, he's got a gun." And then a shot's gone off, and then they've yelled out, "Freeze police!" And they've said the gunman's turned on them and lined them up. And they've all hit the deck because they didn't want to spark a shootout in a crowded nightclub precinct, according to them.
Right.
But according to me, you could see that they obviously shit themselves. All their training went out the window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because why would you yell out "Freeze police" and you haven't got your guns out?
Yeah, that's right.
If you see that the perpetrator's got a gun.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you pull your guns out?
Yeah.
So when you yell "Freeze police," you already got him covered.
It's like saying...
That'd be police 101, wouldn't it?
Well, it's like saying stop or I'll say stop again. Yeah. Don't make me say it twice, Useless. Yeah.
Oh, mate. So, anyway, apparently the gunman got away. He got into his hotted up Holden that he had there. And he took off.
Out of town. Yeah.
And he took off. And there was no forensics, but Sheila said it was me. I went to trial on it. She testified against me, along with some other, and I got convicted.
Who's this woman testifying and doing all?
Absolute nightmare.
What the
She's
hell?
dead now. Her name was Katrina Ripper.
Yeah, right.
Her name was absolute nightmare.
She wasn't so much of a ripper.
No,
Jesus,
no,
a bit rough, isn't it?
No good turn goes unpunished.
Yeah.
I was trying to help the girl because I knew her from jail.
Yep.
Before she was in the mixed jail.
Yep.
Before, because this is after I got out from that jail and thought running a nightclub and thought everything was good and that. And I've come down and all this is happening. And
she had something against you, or she just got paid, or what a mole?
Well, apparently she robbed a bank.
Yeah,
she robbed the ANZ Bank in Netherlands.
Yep.
With this other bloke who will come to this for the story because I escaped.
Yep.
And he was one of the ones that was there when I escaped as well. There's a funny story about him.
Yeah.
But he robbed the bank with her, and then when we were in custody, I was saying, well, what's going on, mate? How come? Because he was in the mainstream with us, and I was saying, what's going on, mate? You know what I mean? She's saying that he's robbed a bank and that I stood over you, took all the money off you, and you know what I mean? he goes, no, I'm pleading not guilty, mate. I'm pleading not guilty. So that's why he ended up coming on the escape. But then after the escape, he's gone the other way.
Yep.
Pleaded guilty to her facts, so he could get a concurrent sentence.
Yeah, right.
So he never ended up doing a day in jail for the ANZ bank that he robbed.
Yeah.
Because he pleaded guilty to her facts, which I gave him the guns.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Me.
All over. Yeah.
Me. And not a shred of forensic evidence. Not a shred of forensic evidence. And I got found guilty of this shooting. Ended up having a big argument with my barrister because I said, what about an appeal? And she said, no, there's no appeal points. Mate, I did the appeal myself, ended up winning it. Got the conviction quashed.
Yeah, well done.
But by the time I got the conviction quashed, I'd already done 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Which they didn't take off. That's why I ended up doing 12 years for one-armed robbery. One-armed robbery, I ended up doing 12 years. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
But
How many roughly did you do, mate? Armed robberies or banks? About 10 or 12 by the sounds of it?
I've got 12 bank robberies
12,
that I've been convicted of.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. 11 bank robberies and 1 hotel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, shit.
One was a funny story. One was right in front of the coppers outside the Central Law Courts in Hay Street, Perth, right in the middle of the city. Right in the middle of the city. The bank was on this side, and the coppers were on the other side.
Yeah, right.
It's a legendary story over West. They all laugh about it.
Yeah, because you're known in WA.
They made a cunt out of the coppers.
Yeah, they don't like that.
Oh, they
don't like that.
Yeah. Sorry for swearing.
No, it happens. I swear too. Yeah. That's a cracker, mate.
Yeah. So then, so I got convicted of that, of the shooting, and got the sentence. And then me and my co-offender are on remand for the hotel robbery. And
did you ever see that bitch again or whatever in regards to the one that was put
on a video link?
Yeah,
on a video link because they didn't, mate.
Because I bet you'd love to have a conversation with her. Yeah.
She ended up hanging herself.
Oh, I did too.
It got to her. Because all I did was try to help her, mate.
Yeah.
All I did was try to help her, and all she did was got me 12 years jail.
Really? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And she topped herself.
She topped herself. They had her in witness protection. They had her in witness protection for years, and that's what's wrong with this thing with the coppers, where they let people off because these people keep using the coppers, because until the bloke gets convicted, they can do anything to the coppers, and the coppers will create a path in front of them. So you know what I mean, and we'll let them off everything. Because that's their whole. That's
they're
their
after this one. Yeah,
that's their ace in the hole.
Yeah.
You know? So mate, in Melbourne, you've seen it with that Sheila lawyer. You know what I mean?
Oh,
how low can you go?
Yeah. She was. They had a few stories about her.
That'll happen again. Yeah. That'll happen again.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard Victoria's rife.
Anyway, so I'm doing the time for that, and we go for the first trial on the Bayswater, and they got actual DNA on my co-offender.
Yeah, right.
Because when we were getting away, we had those rubber gloves on.
Yep.
And I said to him, don't take the gloves off.
Yeah.
Until we get into the safe car.
Yep.
And he's taken the gloves off, broken the tip, left the tip in the car.
Oh, that'd be loaded.
So they had his DNA on it. I mean, that's how they ended up arresting him. Because they got me beforehand. She set me up.
Yep.
I was lucky. I'm bloody lucky I'm still breathing, because when they got me, she told them I always carry a gun on me, and when they arrested me, I had a 9mm on me, and mate, very lucky I'm still breathing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She set me up with the coppers. Like I was going to pick her up. I'm going to pick her up.
Yeah.
And she's got me set up with the, you know, those people with all the, like the army.
Tactical.
Oh,
they wear all the gear.
They machine guns on me. Helicopter.
There's about 20 or 30
I don't know if you read that thing. About when they were looking for, about, they had that many squads and a helicopter.
It was like a SWAT team and whatever. Yeah. For
one bloke.
For one bloke,
the K9 squad in case he got away. And And then
very dramatic and
yeah, so she set that up. Thanks very much for that.
Yeah,
And so then we're going to trial for the first trial in the Supreme Court. Now the Supreme Court in Western Australia at that time, in 2002. This was in 2002.
Yep.
I was arrested in 2002, and found guilty for the shooting in 2003, November 2003.
Yep.
And now in March 2004,
Yep.
I'm going for the first trial on the hotel
Right.
robbery. So this trial goes for 8 weeks.
Oh,
Every day, they're bringing us in every day.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of sussing the Supreme Court out, and I'm dirty.
Yeah.
Because I've just been convicted of something I never done.
You'd be filthy. Yeah, about it. Yeah.
And then that was in the district court.
Yeah.
And now armed robberies, aggravated armed robberies are in the Supreme Court.
Yep.
All right. So now they've taken me to the Supreme Court, and it's the same judge.
Yeah, right.
They've given her a promotion. And it's the same prosecutor.
Unbelievable.
It's the same judge, same prosecutor, and they're using the same witnesses. 2 of the same witnesses that convicted me in the shooting trial.
How is this possible? You know,
Well,
legal.
it.
It's just,
Mate,
it seems to. This was 2002, Brad.
This was 2004.
2004, right? Sorry.
2004,
Yeah.
March 2004. This trial,
Yeah.
and I was filthy.
Yeah.
And when I first walked in from the dock, it was like an old Victorian court.
Yep.
You come up, you walk up the stairs from the old cells, and there's only 3 cells downstairs.
Yep.
And no toilets in the cell or running water and that. And you walk up to the stairs to the court, and you come out actually inside the court in the dock, in the middle of the court.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as you walk up, you can imagine people like just been sentenced to death. You know, there's that much history in this thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And they had private security running the joint at the time, Ames. And because I was such a regular customer at the courts, you build up a sort of rapport with some of them.
Yeah.
And some of them you hate their guts.
Yeah.
And the ones that had built the rapport with me were the ones, I always found that, and this way with the screws as well, there's always sort of some of them that like me and the rest of them hate me.
Yep.
And the reason that they like me, I'm under no illusions, it's because of some of my mates.
Yep.
It's not because of me.
Yeah,
It's because of what the coppers written down in the reports about some of who my friends are.
Right.
And these screws always held these people in high regard.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? All the sports stars would hang around them outside, and you know what I mean? The coppers always used to try and get them, and they'd never get convicted, and you know what I mean? Anyway, what's happened is this trial has gone for 8 weeks, and right at the end, they had 16 jurors. And when the trial finished, they have a ballot, and they pick out 12 jurors from the 16. And they're the ones that are going to decide on the case. And the other 4, they send them home. They've sat there for 8 weeks, but sorry,
you can go home now.
We don't need you. All right? So
it's a weird system, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So what's happened, where the court is, where the dock is, there's just room for probably about 3 people. There's a bench seat, probably room for about 3 people squished.
Yeah.
And then the jury box is right next to you. And the prosecution's in front of you, and your lawyers are there.
It's full on. It's in your face.
Yeah, and then the judge is up in a big high thing, like he's the Lord, like
he's
he's
the
God,
man.
like he's God, like he's God. This is when they used to wear the big wigs and that.
Yeah, the sheep's arse and
unbelievable. And so what's happened is we've picked the 12 jurors, and we're down the cells waiting for them to come to the verdict. They've called us back in because they can ask, the jury can ask questions.
Yep.
If they're not sure about something, they can come back and ask a question of the judge. Oh, what happened during this bit of evidence? And the judge will, but when they ask questions, the defence and the prosecution both got to be there. So they got to take us up to the cells, up to the dock so we can hear them, right? So they've brought us up to ask a question. Now, the question that the jury were asking the judge, there was no need to ask that question if they were going to acquit us.
Right, yeah.
Because what they did was, the question they asked was, because the Crown was alleging that I had the gun, does that mean that he's guilty of the charge of firing a weapon to facilitate a crime?
Yep.
Does that mean that he's guilty of it as well? If they're going to acquit us, there's no reason to ask that question.
Yeah, right. Yep.
So I knew straight away they're going to convict us.
We're fucked. Yeah.
So I started fucking growling.
Yeah, yeah.
I started growling, and the jury's right there, and there was an older sort of lady there, and I started saying, look at these dogs, won't even look at us type of thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And, because I was...
You're fed up at this point.
I thought we had a chance, and they were dirty tricks left, right and centre, you know?
And this has dragged on for a while too.
So then we've gone back down to the cells, so they've gone back to finish their deliberation, and then they've said... oh, you wanted... I said, I'm not going. They've already found us guilty. Fuck it, they can do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I spat the dummy.
Yeah,
I threw all the things out of the pram. That was it. And then they said, nah, the guards were going, nah, Brad, it's your lawyers. Because while we were waiting down there, we heard a siren.
Yep.
We heard a siren go. Like a fire siren or an ambulance or something. Anyway, we've gone out to talk to my lawyer, and they go, Brad, one of the jurors has said she's got chest pain. She's been taken to the hospital. The law is they're not allowed to separate unless we agree to accept a verdict from 11 jurors.
Yep.
Mate, it's a mistrial.
Mistrial.
Now they're going to call you up and ask us formally whether we will consent to accepting a verdict from 11 jurors. And of course we're going to say no.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to bat on, we'll have to do it all again. And I said, gee, fuck, I love them.
Yeah, yeah.
So going up there, and I could see all the coppers in the back, they were howling, they were spewing because they'd been told, you know.
They were sweating on you, getting nicked, yeah.
And then, so they told us, and some of the jurors started crying. Because they couldn't, I found it bizarre. It was like they really wanted to deliver their verdict.
Yeah.
And when the judge told them, sorry, I can't accept it.
Yeah.
They started crying.
It's incredible. The jurors now become legal professionals, and everybody knows fucking everything. And he started crying.
So then, got to have another trial. Yeah. So at the meantime, I'm appealing the conviction for the shooting.
Yeah.
But as you know, the wheels of justice, they
turn slowly. Yeah.
So this was in 2004.
Yep.
About May, April, that trial got aborted. In that time there, I'd scoped the courts out.
Yeah.
And I could see a weakness.
Yep.
Once I was out of the cell, if I could get out of the cell, because they kept us in a cell, there was only one mainstream cell.
Yep.
And if you were mainstream, you went in that cell.
Yep.
And there was another cell next door for the protection boneyarders.
Yeah.
And then there was another cell for high security terrorism type of things, you know what I mean?
Big shit, yeah.
Things that the ESG come on. Anyway, I worked it out that if I could get out of that cell, I only needed to get through one more door and...
You were free.
I took a punt that another door would be left open where a fire escape is, because when they would bring us in from the truck, there was a door that they'd always shut, but it had a perspex window for it, and you could see, and there was a fire escape right there, and you could see the young girls that worked in the admin for the Supreme Court. They'd stand there in the mornings and have their cigarettes, right? So I took a punt that I reckon when we're all in the cells, and because we're there for hours, before they take us, I reckon they'd open that door because they need it to go back and forth through. You know what I mean?
upstairs.
Yeah, and they'd only shut it when they got to take us through and thing.
Yeah.
So I'm gambling that if we get through this door,
Yep.
that door will be open.
Yeah.
And then we go to a fire escape and you're straight on Barrack Street,
Yeah, beautiful.
which is straight in the city.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So you've sussed this out and planned
I've been
this for a while.
sussing it out
yeah.
while I've been going back and forth
Using
to court
some
because we're
smarts
going
and-
every day for 8 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every day for 8 weeks, mate.
Yeah.
And you know what a fucking drag that is?
Oh,
They
it's
take
the
you from
same
the cell.
repetition every
on a
day.
court day,
Yeah.
you don't see the sun. You go from holding cell to holding cell to holding, and it's a long day, mate. They wake you up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a fucking nightmare. And then so when you get there, you're dealing with the same guards every day.
Yep.
And some of them hate you, like I said before, and some of them fucking suck up your
Suck
arse.
up, yeah.
And there was one bloke there that every morning he'd always say hello to me, "G'day, Nico, how are you today?" And he was, you know what I mean? And I've got a bit of a conscience, and at the end of the day, I used him, and you know what I mean? He got in a bit of trouble, and I've got a bit of a conscience. I feel a bit bad for him, but
It's not personal, but
it wasn't
yeah.
personal, it was purely business.
Yeah, yeah.
And anyway, he always used to greet me and anything I can do for you. He was a gentleman, this bloke. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And part of the thing was there was no toilets in the cells.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to go have a slash,
Yep.
they'd have to take you to an old cell that had a fucking metal toilet in it.
Yeah.
But they knew that when they opened that cell, they were vulnerable.
Yeah, right.
So they'd come strong with about 20 officers.
Yeah, right.
And
yeah.
they'd open that door,
Yeah.
and they'd all escort
Stand
you to
there
the
while you're having
toilet,
a pee.
and all stand there and think, and,
Yeah.
and then put you back in the cell. Now, because I'm going there every day for 8 fucking weeks, mate, as I said, they drop their guard, and this bloke, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And on the morning that I decided to do it, I hadn't told anyone. And what made it even more sweeter, I was in a punishment cell back at the jail.
Yeah, righto. Yeah.
I was in management. Like, I got done for a dirty piss test or some fucking thing, and they had me in a
You're in the
where
sin
you got
bin.
nothing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was in the sin bin. You know? And it was court day, and we're going back to get a directions hearing to get another trial date.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've got no idea who's coming.
Yeah.
I know my co-offender's coming.
Yeah.
All right. At the time, I thought he was okay.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that at the end.
Uh,
So we go to court, and I'm saying to him on the way to court, and as it turns out, you see who's coming to court fucking
Yeah.
with you. As soon as you get to reception, well, I knew a lot of the blokes that were coming to court with us.
Yep.
I'd done years and years jail fucking with them.
yeah.
And then other blokes from other jails come too. And I
Yeah.
knew a couple of them as well.
Yeah.
So as soon as they put us in the cell, we would have been in the cell, we all got inside the cell at about 9 o'clock.
Right.
And the court, they start calling the names about 9:30, 10
Yep.
for the courts. And there was 11 of us in the one cell.
Yep.
All right. And then they got a boneyard cell next door.
Yep.
And I'm telling all the boys, I'm gonna fuck off today. If you want to come, just do everything I say. I worked it out, and they go, how? I'm going, if you just do what I say, we should be right.
We've got a shot here.
We should be
yeah.
right. And then once we get out there on Barry Street,
Yep.
hopefully we can just grab a car,
Yep.
because there's a big intersection there with traffic lights. And everything just fell into place this
beautiful.
day. And
This is a classic swingers, this escape.
so what's happened is we got off the truck first thing in the morning,
Yep.
and my friendly guard, "G'day, Nico, anything I do for you today?" "No, mate, everything's good." Because how I got to a good relationship with him was one day early on in the trial that got aborted,
Yeah.
I'd asked this bloke,
Yep.
this officer, would it be okay if my lawyers, because every day when we'd have the lunch, they'd give us these frozen fucking sandwiches from the jar that were putrid.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
And I said to it, mate, would it be okay if our lawyers buy us a feed for lunch? And
Yeah.
this bloke reckon, I can't see no problem.
Yeah.
So
Sick of eating
the
frozen
lawyers
sandwiches.
went and fucking bought us $20 each worth of fucking food.
Yeah,
I got
beautiful.
it from Macca'S as well.
Yep.
When they've come to give it to him, the bloke who said, my mate, the guard, who said it was okay, he'd gone for his lunch hour. And the other one said, no, he's not allowed to have that. So I'm there sitting in the cell expecting this fucking glamour lunch.
Yeah.
And they come and give me these poxy fucking sandwiches again. So I'm going, get fucked
I've
with
had
the
enough.
sandwiches. Where's
Yeah.
the sandwiches? Right, no one's eating.
Yeah.
Got all the sandwiches and stuck them all on the perspex so they couldn't see in and started booting the door.
Yeah, fucking.
Made
yeah.
a big scene and like the courts, the judges were complaining because it was rattling through the bill. Shut him up. We can't. This bloke's come back from lunch because I said, this bloke said I could have him. And so they've called him back for lunch. He's come running down. Nico, sorry mate, it's my fault, mate, it's my fault.
Where's my lunch?
We're going. I didn't tell the other ones, so they give me lunch. So he thought he had some sort of control over me.
Yeah, right.
He thought he had, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So on this day, I said, when I first got there, and he's there, I thought, too lovely, we're a big chance.
Yeah.
Because the key for it all working is I've got to get him to open the door for
Yeah.
me to go to the toilet
Yep. Yeah.
without bringing all the rest of the guards there.
Yep.
1 or 2's okay,
Yeah.
but we don't want 20.
Because you've had a gutful at this stage, bro.
I've had enough.
How much longer? If you hadn't have done this, you're looking at how much longer? Time? How much longer time? If you hadn't have done the break,
Don't know yet.
Yeah.
It could be life.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, they tried to
So
get
you've
me
got,
life.
I've got nothing to lose.
I had nothing to lose.
There you go. Yeah.
And so what's happened is court started and they've come to get the boneyard bloke.
Yep.
And it's my mate and another guard. And they've come and opened the cell door for him. I said, come on, Clark, or whoever come on, the court's started. So they've took him. Now, what used to happen is they'd take you up to the court, depending on how long your matter was going to be. If it was just going to be just for a remand,
Yep.
within 3 or 4 minutes, the same guards that took you up there would wait around for you and bring you back. If you're going to be up there for a while,
Yep.
the same guards that took you up there would pass you on to another few, and then they'd go.
Yeah, right.
So I'm thinking, geez, I hope this bloke's only going for a remand, and the same 2 just bring him back.
Yep.
Now, I've told everyone in the cell what's happening.
I'm on
I'm
the
going to
go.
try and get this bloke to open the door.
Yep.
When I do, everyone go up against the side of the wall so he can't see us all.
Yep.
If I get him to open the door without everyone being there, I'll just boot the fucking door and then we can grab the keys. And I watched the keys. There was about 20 keys on the key ring. But the key that I needed to open that door, because I used it so much, it had a piece of masking tape on it.
Oh, magic. Yeah. You've got it, Mark.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
So then what's happened is I hear the keys coming.
Yeah.
They're bringing this bloke back. And I only just took him about 3 or 4 minutes ago. So I'm thinking, so everyone's going up against the thing.
It's on. Yeah.
And they've come back, they put him inside the cell, and there's only 2 of them. And I've gone, oi, mate, I've got to have a piss. Mate, they took me this morning, I haven't had a piss. And they go, yeah, wait then, Nico, I just got to go get the rest of the boys and we'll come back and take it for a piss. I said, nah.
I'm going to wet
mate,
myself.
I'm going to fucking,
Yeah.
mate, fuck it. Fuck it then, I'll have a piss here. And I started unbuttoning
Pull
my
your
pants,
snag
because
out.
he went to go to walk off. I said, fuck it then, and he knew what my form was. He knew
Yeah.
I wouldn't bluff.
Yeah.
And
I'll
he
piss all over the
and
floor.
he didn't
here.
want to be the one cleaning up the piss.
Your
I
piss.
think.
Yeah.
So he's gone, all right then, Nick. So what's happened is there were 11 of us in the cell. 2 of them had said, we're not going.
Yeah, right.
2 of them had said, we're going to stay behind.
Yep.
We're not going. And I knew them both.
Yep.
Laurie Mogridge and a bloke we used to call Mick Arab.
Because they could be getting out maybe soon, or they don't want to
The
jeopardise
judge
anything.
ended up fucking giving them suspended sentences on armed robbery charges because they stayed behind.
Oh, that's it. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
Good luck to them.
Yeah.
So what's happened is, I said, mate, I'll have a piss here, and he goes, oh, all right. And he goes, so he's put the key in the door. Everyone's slided up against the wall so you can't see it. As soon as I heard that key go click where it's open, I've just fucking booted the fuck. Yep. There was a bench seat there. I've just booted the door. The door's gone back against him. He's fell back against the bench seat. The keys are left in the door. Grabbed the keys and said, fucking stay there. And fucking nothing happened. Everyone's just piled out. We've opened that door. And sure enough, I was on the money. They left that door open. And the fire exit was straight out onto fucking Sunlight, Barrack Street.
Freedom.
And there was a red light there. A Commodore. And he was a Dockers supporter because he had Dockers number plate. And grabbed him out of the car, said, mate, we need it more than you. And didn't hurt him. Yeah. It was just lucky his driver's side door was open. I was the first one to the car, so I've grabbed him out.
Yeah.
We've all piled in.
So there's how many, Brad? 8, 9?
9 of us.
9 of us in total.
9 of us.
Right, 9
and
swingers.
And there's still, as I've got to the car, there's still blokes coming across the road. As soon as everyone's piled in, there was no room. And there's other bloke, he's called Jason Hapke. He was the one who was pinched with her on the bank.
Yeah, right.
And they said that I made him do the bank. But he was pleading not guilty at this stage. He was on my side.
Yeah, right.
So we've hopped in the car and we've all piled in and there was no room for him.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get in, but
so you've got 8 in one car.
8 of us in the one car.
And this poor bugger's still sitting.
There's no room. So I've said, and I'm in the front, and
you couldn't ride
Laurie's out of the driver's seat. I said, go. So we took off, and the last I seen of him, he's left standing behind. But there was a Toyota Corolla behind us, and he's tried to jump into that from the passenger side.
Yeah.
He should have come in and tried to drag him out, because he was only a short bloke, this Jason Hapke. So he's tried to grab him out through the passenger side, and the bloke has just pounded him. And as I'm looking, as we're driving off, I'm seeing this bloke get pounded out of the car.
Yeah.
And then we've gone around and took off. And then we're going down Mounts Bay Road and like around the river, and we've turned the radio on. And they found out about it at the radio station. News travels quick.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, we just got news in, there's been a mass escape from the Supreme Court in Perth, and heaps of them have broken out. We're going to play this song, Jailbreak, for the...
Yeah.
And so we're driving down the thing, and they've got this Jailbreak on, and all the boys are going, good on you, mate, good on you. Oh,
you couldn't help but have a buzz and have a laugh, you know.
Like, we're all locked up in maximum security for years, and now we're out free in our own clothes.
Yeah, shirt, trousers.
In our own clothes. And then...
This is the best shot you're going to get.
Next minute, we see behind us there's this Land Rover Discovery fucking coming up on us, hooning up on it, and it's flashing its lights. And I thought it was like a copper or something like that. As it got closer, I see it's Hapke. He's made a miraculous
He's got out of the bastion and grabbed it.
And he's stole the next car behind him. He didn't give up. So I said, because we were packed.
Yeah.
We were packed. So I said, pull over. And Alan Lacko, Pizzino, and Fulgrave, they all got in. So 4 of them got in the car with Hapke.
Yep.
I said, don't follow us, you go your own way.
See us, yeah.
And then they ended up getting caught 3 hours later.
3 hours later?
3 hours later, a big chase on the freeway. I didn't last much longer myself because I was on the #1 target, and they were pulling out all the stops. They were fucking... triangulating phone numbers and carrying on, and they got me about 3 days later.
I was going to say how long. Yeah, right, yeah.
Well, I rang the wrong person.
Oh, I did say it.
I rang the wrong person, and his phone was off.
Yeah.
And they got my voice through him. And then, so what's happened is, oh mate, they hated me for that.
Yeah.
They had to shut the Supreme Court down for a whole year. They couldn't have any trials there. They had to shut it down and
reevaluate security and the whole bit.
It turned into a big political football because apparently the opposition had said that it needed. It was in a bad state. It needed upgrading, and that was about 6 months before the escape.
Yeah.
So it just dragged on and on and on. So then I had my second trial for the Bayswater.
Yep.
They made a special Supreme Court for me in Fremantle.
Yeah.
So then I had to go to that court every day. That lasted for 5 weeks, and then that trial got aborted as well.
Yes, yeah. And it's unbelievable with the taxpayers' money too, isn't it? Like they just well, it's like politicians. They spend it like it's their fucking money. Yeah.
Then by the third trial, I'd had enough.
Yeah.
I had enough.
Yep.
I had a fuck enough.
Yeah.
And then I got a bit of good news. I won the appeal on the shooting.
Yep.
They quashed my conviction.
Yep.
Because they found out that they'd done all dirty tricks.
Which has lifted you a bit, and at
but
least
nothing happened to them.
Yeah.
But then they barred me from my own trial. I had to watch my trial on a TV screen down the cells because
they just weren't taking any.
Oh mate!
Yeah.
And so they ended up convicting me. I'd already done the sentence on the shooting.
Yeah.
So we're thinking any sentence that they give me, they're going to have to take 4 years off.
Yeah.
Because by this time I've been in custody. By the time I get convicted, it's 2006, right? And I got arrested in 2002.
Yeah.
So I mean, on remand for 4 years.
4 fucking years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
And then I won the appeal, and then it gave me another 8 years fucking cumulative. So it didn't take that 4 years off. So that's why the 8 years turned into 12 years.
Oh, fucking
you know, with no parole. With no parole.
And this is all in WA?
All in WA.
Yeah.
So then I got out in 2014. My good mate Craig Christian, the boxing trainer, he's always been a good supporter of mine. He paid for my appeals. We had the best appeal lawyers.
Yeah.
Took it all the way to the High Court, Macca.
Fuck.
Took it all the way to the High Court. Paid this David Grace, QC.
Because you've got to have some bucks to get in the High Court too, don't you? You've got to have some money, mate. They want to see Reddies. They want to see Reddies.
Yeah, you've got to pay before.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then didn't get a day off. Spent about 100 grand on appeals, didn't get 1 day off. And then finally got out in August 2014. So I went in 2002, come out August 2014.
Yeah, right.
And then Craig was thinking about selling the gym and moving to Bali, and we're going to open up a gym there. So we did that. Then moved to Bali, and that fell on its ass in Bali. We come back, and then
how long were you in Bali, mate? Just a few months,
about
or
5 or 6 months, and then
we had a good time.
I was only out for 11 months, and then Then I got done for some traffic offences. I went back to court. They gave me another 18 months straight for traffic offences.
Yeah.
No parole, nothing. So I did another 18 months after I'd just done 12 fucking years. So I was out for 11 months, then did another 18 months, and then got out, and they wanted me for more traffic offences. So I thought, nah, the lawyer's going, mate, they're going to give you probably 2 years. So that's why I come to Sydney. I thought, nah.
You've had to go full.
Enough.
You've been in Sydney a while now?
I've been here since 2019. And they come and let me know that they knew I was here, put a firearm prohibition order on me, and I haven't heard from them since. Like they've come back and just rang the bell and said, how you going, you still live here and stuff, but they've been good as gold.
Yep.
Because there's no old grudges. I've got no old grudges with them.
Yeah.
We're back in Perth.
Yep.
They're always trying to lock me up.
Yeah, it seems once you're on the fucking list,
it's like a competition.
Yeah. It's like, let's go and hassle him again.
And these new coppers that haven't even started fucking shaving,
yep,
they read about you.
Yeah.
So you become a trophy.
Yeah.
You become a trophy
get
for
this
them.
bastard in again.
Exactly.
And it's fucking cruel, mate. It's
so why haven't I had any trouble since I've been here?
Yeah. It's been all right.
It's been, you know what I mean? I've been here
once you get used to the madness of Sydney
since
again.
March 2019.
Yep.
And it's the longest I've ever been out of jail. So what was it, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20... I've been out of jail for 4 years.
Unbelievable.
That's not a coincidence.
Yeah. No
it's
problems
because
at
I've
all.
moved here. That's why.
Yeah, no problems
You
at
know
all.
what I mean?
Mate, we're going to have to wrap it up shortly.
No problem.
Fucking, it's been fantastic, mate. That was, that escape, you know, it was, you can't write that stuff, mate, too. It was bloody, it was funny in parts, too. I think it's just, let's go.
And the bloke, one of the blokes that escaped with me ended up testifying against me. Ended up testifying against me in the escape trial.
Yeah.
And told him it was all my idea, and mate.
It's unbelievable what you do to get deals and stuff like that too, isn't it? It's just like, sorry, but it's, you know, sort of dog eat dog and whatever, you know. Mate, this has been fucking terrific. I've really enjoyed meeting you, mate. The time has flown, swingers. We'll have to go shortly. And as I say to everyone that's come on the show and all that, there's probably a stage sometime later this year. We might call upon you again, mate, because I think we've chipped the iceberg.
No problem, buddy. Plenty more stories.
Yeah, oh, mate, bloody terrific. How many jails, just the last question, how many different jails did you end up in, do you know, mate, around Perth? Like
Everyone.
Probably half a dozen.
Everyone.
Yeah, fuck.
Everyone in West Australia.
Jeez.
The only one I didn't go to was Broome.
Yep, right.
The only one I haven't been to is Broome.
Mate, unbelievable.
Thanks,
These are
mate.
great. Oh, thank you, mate. Thanks, Brad. These are great stories, swingers, and it's Australian criminal history. It's old school, and a lot of people don't talk about these sort of things anymore, and kids don't know about it. And I love it, and I'm going to try and keep this going as soon as I can. We've done 21 episodes so far. We're predominantly crime. We're doing sort of 95% crime, but we're also going to throw an odd one in occasionally, an old school actor or comedian, which I've done one before. That'll be coming up soon. I think this is our fourth crime one now, straight. So we'll be doing that soon. Also, swingers, another announcement. I've done that, Help the Prozzies. I've got some pictures coming up on that, so I've distributed some nappies and stuff like that to the working girls. That's been going for a while. Got those pics coming up. Also, we have a part 4 with Mr. Graham Abbo Henry in June, early, mid or late. I don't know. I'll keep you.
Something to look forward to, isn't it?
Keep you posted. Yeah, we've done 3 with Graham, and we'll be doing a number 4. He's helped us a lot. We're thankful of his support. We'll be doing a co-host, and I'll keep you up to date on that, swingers. We always got plenty of stuff to come. I'm just an amateur little fucker, and I'm doing my best to try and keep it going.
Please subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe. We've got 184 now, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot to us, and we're grateful because every one subscriber we have is closer to our goal, which is at least 1,000. We've got a long way to go, but good people like that come in, like Brad, John Killick, and all the rest of wonderful fellas, Russell Manser, and all these people that are helping us do help us, and we are really, really grateful. So thanks very much, swingers. That was episode 21. We'll have 22 coming soon. Thank you again.
No worries, buddy.
Absolute gentleman, Brad. And we've had a Brad Nicolaides. We've had a great time and a great laugh. And there's plenty more to come. And we're not laughing and we're not promoting crime or anything like that. We're laughing at the situation of the time. And this was older Australia and old school, which doesn't fucking exist now. Pre-PC bullshit as well. Thanks very much, swingers. We'll see you soon. That was episode 21. We'll be back soon. Take care, everyone. Thanks, mate. Bye.